All right, we're live. Welcome to episode 7 of the daily Gare Games devlog. This is Scare Games, and we are making a twin-stick shooter of the likes of Smash TV and Xeno Crisis. Now for today, we're going to do a quick demo of the current progress of the game, which will include better audio control, which means we're going to have more fluid sounds instead of just all of them happening at once. We'll put a little bit of a pause between them. It'll make it sound a lot better. We've added a bunch of new cache upgrades. We've also added a level switcher and exploding objects. We'll also be doing or wrapping up with a bit of commentary on Binding of Isaac. So before we get into it, So before we get into it, please follow our Twitch channel, and while you're at it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you can rewatch our content and check out our live streams. So let's get started. So, the other day we had a design presentation, and then we also had a demo of a shield gun. But there's something that we just didn't complete, and it's this. Exploding objects. That was promised, and it did not get delivered. Well, today it got delivered, along with quite a few other things. And here we are. So we've got cache decals, a level switcher, and the audio controller. So the exploding objects, the idea is I wanted them to explode and damage the enemies, but I also wanted them to explode and cause a chain reaction. You blow up the first one, and it can blow up the next one and the third one. Well, we have all that. And I might as well show you it. So here we go. I'm going to load up the game. Looks like I had some build errors. Okay. Oh, that's easy to fix. Okay. We'll try that again. It's just like a difference between saying Unity Engine and Unity Entity or something in the using statements. It's coding stuff. It should be fixed now. Excited to show off all this. It's quite a bit. Oh, here we are. Okay. So I was just able to pick up that whole thing of cache there, and it didn't just play all the sound at once. Okay, so I'm going to try to gather some guys up here in the corner. So you see that explosion. I've also added some sound effects to when the bad guys die. Might be easier to demonstrate that with less guys on the screen. Alright, here we go. Boom. So we got destructible environment elements, we got things that'll blow up. The explosion's pretty big on these right now. I can make it smaller. And so that's the audio, that's the exploding objects. I've added some new cache decals, which just look like smaller cache objects. They look a lot better when they spawn as a group. A little more fun to collect. Yes, I haven't made it to where they die yet. So the question is, will the mice die? And the answer is yes, they will. Oh, look at that. We got some big money going on here today. Shadow Hero X, known for many things. His Path of Exile top tier rank, as well as his Xeno Crisis world record. You should look him up. Yeah, if you have any questions while we're here, feel free to ask. We've added a lot to this. Something you may have noticed just from being here is I added a level selector. And I did set up this really cool, whoops, that one's not fun. I've set up this really cool explosion one, but unfortunately, it's not optimized. So if I blow these up, it'll actually lag everything out. So I'm not going to do that. Just for the new viewers, we've been working on a updated resolution for the game. So what's different now is that we're running at a resolution comparable to the Sega Genesis. So that's 320 by 224. It's way better. Luckily for me right now, the turrets are being blocked by the lab desks. Modeled those off of the ones you would find in your high school. Oop, dead. So here's the new thing. I have a level selector. This will make it a lot easier for me to jump to a level and test it out. Before, I'd have to go and delete the level and re-add the level in Unity, and that would give me the ability to test a particular level. But by doing this, I can jump around to any level without having to put in much effort. And that's a huge improvement from last time. And then if I die, I can easily just go and pick a new level. Definitely add shine to the levels. So, just to kind of show off some other things, because I did not include the shield gun in that level, the first level, and I need to put it back so we actually can show that off, because that was one of the cool things we've added recently. So we'll go to level 1. So I'm just in Unity here, and I'm going to go to the first level, and we're going to add a shield gun to show off that. So that was the shield gun. It's a pretty cool thing. I like it. It doesn't last too long, and then there's a risk that you'll bump into something and it will pick a different weapon automatically. For example, if I pick up another gun while I'm using the shield, it just zaps you out of it. I'm not sure if fixing that actually is useful or not. And then something else I could do real quick is just show off a little bit. Here, I'm going to hide it real quick. I had added a very basic boss fight that there's not much to it, just to show that we could have boss fights. But now he looks really weird, but I figured I'd show him anyways. In the previous stream, we did a stream of Xeno Crisis, and we were doing that. Okay, okay, I need to compile and run. Let's do compile and run. Alright, so I've kind of, it's been a while since I brought this thing out. So he has 3 spots he can get hit in. I'm going to probably make the first boss stationary like in Xeno Crisis, and then not have bad guys spawn on him. He'll have destructible body parts, most likely. He's definitely not going to be a tank like in Smash TV. Although I reserve the right to... Oh, duh. If you can't see the game, what's the point? Okay. So, I didn't turn off the spawners on this level, so there's going to be the big guy and a bunch of other things. I also was using kind of the older version of the shader, so it's making stuff disappear when it gets hit, which is not what I want. So he can get hit in the arms, the body, the head. And then when one part dies, it's gone. There's some invisible turrets here. Okay, so I just killed him. Wasn't that hard. The real boss fights, I'm going to actually have a health bar at the top. And you know, they're gonna last a lot longer. It's not gonna be a quick 2-second fight. I got quite a few elements there. Now that's it for the actual updates on what's new. A stream ago, we did a whole bunch of like design presentations, and there's one that we haven't completed, which is the big stick or the baseball bat one, where you have a bat that you can swing and you can knock bad guys out. That's kind of fun to do. It will require a bit of animating to get it to work. Something that we haven't completed, but we're close to being done, is having it to where when you hit the well then I'll just update that. Looks like my episode count wasn't correct. There we go. Look at that. I'll fix that. So anyways, my episode banner was not correct, so I fixed that, which we'll see in a second if I switch back to, you know, the caster screen. Okay, so I have crates, but I don't have them to where they break and show money. I have them where they break and they explode like this. So I'm going to add this. And then I've already added the shield gun, which turned out to be a great success. The way this one came out was that I had the splitter gun, and the projectiles were moving too slow. And so I thought, oh, wait a second, that looks like a shield. So then instead of just, you know, fixing it and getting rid of it, I decided to design a weapon, right? And so I designed a shield gun, which turned out to be a lot of fun. I particularly enjoy it a lot. I figured it would be fun, but I didn't know it would be, you know, super effective too. So it's a good weapon. The way I plan on kind of going about level design here, and it is what I'm going to be working on over the next few days, probably starting Tuesday, is to set up a level progression where it's like the first level you can beat it with just shooting the regular pistol gun. But I'm also going to limit the types of power-ups that will spawn randomly. I might even make it to where no power-ups spawn, but there are crates in the level, and you have to beat the level only using the environment that's present. So, what does that look like? That would be crates that unlock weapons or explosives that you got to use. So, for example, you could have a canister that explodes, and it's like one of the few ways you'll be able to beat the level. So you're in this level, and it could start out that, oh, we have the shield gun, and then nothing else spawns for weapons, and you have to just beat the level with this and your environmental stuff, like the crates, explosive crates. And then you could have other crates that are weapon crates, and then that would spawn objects. Another element that I plan on adding very soon is a door. So right now we have exits, which could be called doors, but I want to have doors that you could go and, you know, if you shoot them or you bump up against them, it presses a button or something of that nature. You have to maybe move your character onto the button, and then that'll open up a door. But everything on the other side of that door is always visible. So for example, here I could have a wall where this green mouse is, and it covers the whole half here, and I could see the bad guys here, and the door could randomly open, or it could open after killing certain guys in the left room. And so what it does is it builds up anticipation, like, oh boy, this is what I got to do, you know. Alright, so in regards to the grenade launcher, it'd actually be useful for me to add a to-do for myself in regard with the grenade launcher to make it explode when it stops. That would be a huge improvement. Alright, before I kind of wrap up this segment and talk about what's in store for next week, are there any questions? Okay. So I'm thinking that Monday we'll continue Monday as usual. I'm thinking about starting from the second stage in Smash TV, right where I left off. And then Tuesday will be a devlog. Wednesday will be another design presentation. And if you're here, you know, I'll give you an opportunity to provide feedback on the design, and then I'll see about implementing what you suggest. Thursday will be another streaming a devlog and a commentary as well. I might do Xeno Crisis again. I'll have to figure out how to get the level selector to work so I can start later on in the game. Otherwise, you'll be watching me beat the first 2 to 3 levels again and then dying over and over if I can't make it, and that's not as entertaining as me being successful, you know. And then Friday, it'll be another devlog like today, but I'm also going to do commentary. For today, I'm actually doing commentary on The Binding of Isaac. So The Binding of Isaac is a game I played a couple years ago, and I'd say back in 2009 or 10 or something around then. And it was a twin stick shooter. I mean, it is one, and it was randomized. It had some neat elements to it. I'll tell you, my least favorite part about it is the way it looks. It doesn't look good. It's very gross looking, but I guess that's the theme of Binding of Isaac. So I'm ragging on it a little bit, but oh well. I don't have to like all the games I play. I have to just extract what is good from them and write commentary on it. So that's what I will be doing. So the rest of the stream will be about commentary on the on Binding of Isaac. Now, I don't really think I'm good at this game anymore, but I'm going to give it my best. So let's get started. Okay, let's see if I can get it to do capture of Binding Isaac. Game capture.
Isaac and his mother lived alone in a small house on a
Already
hill.
sounds creepy.
Isaac kept to himself, drawing pictures and playing with his toys as his mom watched Christian broadcasts.
Alright, fine, we're just gonna do the desktop.
Life was simple, and they were both happy. That was until the day Isaac's mom heard a voice from above. Your son has become corrupted by sin. He needs to be saved. I will do my best to save him, my lord, Isaac's mother replied, rushing into Isaac's room, removing all that was evil from his life. Again the voice called to her. Isaac's soul is still corrupt. He needs to be cut off from all that is evil in this world and confess his sins. I will follow your instructions, Lord. I have faith in thee.
Alright, I've had enough of this.
Replied, as she locked
How do I get out of
Isaac
this?
in his room, away
trapped.
from the evils of the world.
Oh, look at that. I think I
One
messed
last
everything
time,
up.
Isaac's mom heard the voice of God calling to her.
Well, I made it full
You've
screen.
done as I've asked, but I still question your devotion.
Okay, we're gonna crash that because it wasn't letting me do anything with my keyboard. It's like forcing me to watch a cinematic.
Isaac and his mother.
Oh, there we go. So if I press the space key, it stops it. So I shoot with the arrows, use my items. Oh man, this is slow. Okay, anyways, it's not a bad game yet. We'll see. Remote detonator, space to detonate. I guess I can drop my grenades. Cool. Alright, so this has kind of a Zelda style map in the dungeon. So you go through each room and you get treasure objectives. I believe there's a boss fight. Yeah, he's very sad. I don't know how I did that, but I did blow something up and it revealed a room. Ooh. 2 of diamonds. Push pin. Okay, so you can't shoot diagonally. Need a key to get through this door. Have a key. It's kind of creepy, you know? Yeah, they combined the creepy, cute vibes. Okay, I don't have enough money to buy anything. Used up all my bombs, but I can get through the... Okay, so that wasn't what I thought it was. I thought that was like a rope pile. It's actually a turd pile, so if you learn. That's a bad guy too. Let's make the screen big then. I think I was able to do this before. Okay, is that better? Judgment, strength. Game's got some weird vibe. Oh, here we go. First boss. So I think these are all randomized, so it's not that this is like specifically made for the first battle. But what do I know? I haven't played this in a long time. So definitely not interested in this style for my game. Dead. I think the cards do like have like an effect, but I don't know what exactly they did so far. So I pressed it and like it'll do something, but I didn't like that one. All it did was put a little guy on the ground. Maybe it hurt the boss. I didn't really notice. And I think he attacks with his tears. Yeah, his tears. Blows up 2, so I actually, if I put it here, I would have gotten it. Kills, heal, okay. Okay, so poison touch and a bomb. Okay, so just to kind of keep true to what I'm saying. So what I've noticed so far is that a lot of the bad guys are simple. They follow you. Some split into smaller bad guys. Mid-level boss fights or I would say mini boss fights. I have not seen any dialogue yet. Boss fights can have additional spawns or ads. They are making use of keys. However, I am not into the going backwards aspect of the game. I feel like it's a lot of useless time. So I will have keys, but it won't be something that you go backwards to unlock a door. It's more of a progressing forwards. In regards to usables, I like the concept of usables. I like that they have the bomb as well as the cards. And so the bomb's something that it goes with you everywhere. It's a power-up you have for the whole game. They also have a space bar thing, which is like another one, which is nice. It's like another ability. So I'm thinking in my game that we're going to have some usable items or action items that you'll press and they'll do things. For example, a baseball bat, it would be one of those. It's something that you get, you can use it, it has maybe a limited number of uses, and then it goes away. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, I already went there. And I do have a bomb, so I'm going to use it because I can get 3 coins, and that seems like it'd be worth it. Ugh, he looks gross. Okay, well I have a lot of money. And he looks rough. Okay, so it is the same boss. That's good. He's not losing any hit points. But, his mom threw him in, like, the basement or something, and he's trying to get out of it. Definitely a target audience for this game. There we go. So, some health after that fight, which is good. You had to kill all the spawns, so killing the boss... Oh, I missed a weird, ugly chicken thing. So you have to kill all the bad guys to finish the boss room, which, that's fine. This looks dangerous, like I'm gonna get hurt if I go in there, but let's just do it. Yeah. Yep. Ugh. Gross. Alright, I'm not going up there. It hurts too much. Okay. Coins and a bomb. We do have new bad guys. Yeah, he's totally possessed. Nickel. Nice. Yeah, eat this. Yeah, this is one of those. Oh, okay, cool. So if you move and shoot, it makes it go diagonal. Yeah, this game's just a combination of all the occult, demonic stuff. Look at that. A room where all you can do is get stabbed. And look at that, I got paid for my bad behavior. Alright, let's go to the boss fight. Will I win? Who knows? This guy doesn't seem that hard. It is a very gross game. But hey, you need commentary and contrast to know what's worth doing and what's not. And this is probably the grossest I'll get is that boss from Xeno Crisis. Because this is excessively gross. I think that's a lot of people liked it for that reason, though. You know. Which, you know. Almost died there. Ah, there it is. You know, I can't keep going through this game. It's just that bad. If I was like into this gross stuff, like maybe I'd be okay with it, but I'll just have to say, style matters. Gross games are gross, and you gotta be that guy if you want to play it. As far as gameplay goes, it's okay. It isn't Smash TV, and it isn't Xeno Crisis. It is a twin-stick shooter. I would say where I think it falls short is like aspects that I wouldn't want to put in a game. Of course, the style, the grossness, I don't want any of that. But the way you move around is just so it's kind of annoying. Like when I let go of the button, like it feels like he's hovering. So it's not what I'm looking for. I don't want a hovercraft as a main character. Oh wow, a pills here item instead of a tarot card. Spiders. So you do all that to get a bunch of cash, and now you're gonna die on the way out. So there's just I couldn't see myself playing this game. A lot at least. I remember buying this and thought it was cool, but I only played it like 4 or 5 times. It is what it is. It's a roguelike. It's twin stick shooter rogue-like game. Just randomly generated stuff. Exactly what I said I don't want to do. I don't want to make a randomly, procedurally sort of generated game. I want it to be very defined and designed. So when you design a game, it's not like everything's accidental. Now, I'm not saying this game's accidental, but, oh, look at that. I don't want to go through that door because I'll just die, so I need to go this way. So you don't want it to be all accidental. So the placement of things matter. Here, I'm not going to be able to make your dependencies a reality. Like, I can't sit there and be like, the only way you're going to beat this level is if you do this or that. I can't make a puzzle room because the puzzles have to be predictable when they're randomly generated. And it's like, okay, well, I could make a random level generator for puzzles and all that, but then it's like, you know, how do I know that they're all safe and they're going to work? They could, you know, the algorithm could be fine, but it's just not exactly how I want to spend my time. And that's what really matters. Complains about the game but keeps playing it. By the soy bar or the heart. By neither. Okay, different boss. So it is randomized, the boss. The which boss you this one. That was unlucky. What's good about this is I'm actually coming up with more ideas. So these things are actually, I think they're adding, yeah, they're pooping. This game's all about poop and spit and grossness and tarot stuff and demonic things. It's pretty bad. It does have an addictive quality to it, that's right. Sound effects are, I mean, it's kind of like saying, you know, the teddy bear is really soft, what a nice teddy bear. It's like, oh wow, this really bloody game has really nice bloody sound effects. You know? It's got nice poop things. Like, of course, they did a good job on staying on theme, right? They picked a theme, they went with it, and that was great. So, if somebody was asleep at the wheel, right? It would mean they're not paying attention to important things, right? So, we're not going to be asleep at the wheel here. Let's read a little bit from Isaac's diary. It says, "Dear diary, today I died. I was killed by this thing," points to it, "in some basement. I leave all that I own to my cat Guppy." So he probably gets a few items. "Goodbye, Crew World. Hugs and kisses, Isaac." So it's easy to just not even look at this and just hit the replay button. It has a death log or a kill screen or kill score, whatever you call it, scorecard at the end. I like that it includes what you got killed by, so got killed by the boss. And it has, you know, the power-ups. It keeps in theme, and that's what I gotta say is a good quality of this game. Although the theme's gross and nasty and I don't like it, it's a good kill card. So. Even gross games can have good kill cards. Alright, I think I'm going to do one more and then I'm done with this. And for the streamers that come in, or no, viewers that come in late, they'll think I'm drawing for like half a second. Because I left the drawing program open. Alright, so sound effects, they're not overwhelming. I hear music. I don't think the music changes frequently. It might change if I go to a certain room. I know that it changed when it was the boss fight. So, the stuff you're fighting, they all look like weird versions of the main character. So the bad guys that die and turn into other bad guys. Boss fight, shop, items. Gross. What is that, like stink or something? Like escape ladder. Some games really just keep pulling you in. Whenever I lose, I'm done with this for now. I noticed that this guy seems kind of green. He didn't seem that green last time I fought him. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm done. I've done all I can do for today with this game. Okay, so some games have this quality where you'll play them and you'll get like version A of the game. And then you come back and now you're playing version B, and you come back, you're playing version C. And between version A and B, they've actually changed the game quite substantially. So now you're playing a somewhat different game. And then you go back again and it's changed again, as one of the viewers says. He was gray before, and it's like, yeah. So there's something that they shift about the world, so it feels different. Now, randomizing the world by changing the colors of things, that's kind of nice. But there's also the element where you play the game like 20 times, and then the 21st time they like change something on you that you kind of like feel like it's different, but you just haven't been paying attention enough to be like, that is different. And I don't know what that effect is, but I would call it like emergent gameplay, something like that. Where there's always a little bit of something new as you go, or something is shifted. It's not making sense physics-wise or physically. So, Binding of Isaac. Not exactly my favorite game. I've said that at least 20 times on this stream just to get the point across. But I played it anyways, and I've learned a few things which I can make use of. And that's the point of doing commentaries on the games, is to learn new things that make it easier for me to come up with elements for my game. I don't think I learned too much during that commentary of things that I would like to keep, but I will say I do like the actions or additional things besides shooting that you can add to the game. I would prefer to have my things be more realistic and less kind of terror-y and witchcrafty stuff. My game's not going to have any of that demonic stuff. Let's see. And I want my style. I got to pick a style for the game that's good and pleasing to the eyes and fun to watch. Fun to watch. I don't know how fun that was to watch, you know? It may have been a little okay, but it is gross. The keys, we're definitely going to use key cards in the game. I like this idea of mini boss fights in the stage, so you'll be progressing. At some point there'll be like a small boss fight, and I would want these to be reoccurring events. Not randomized, but reoccurring. All right. Looking good. Got all this done. We did the audio controller, more cache decals, a level switcher, and exploding objects. And that's it for today on the development. Yeah, can't look away style. That's a good way to call it. Can't look away style. All right. Well, any questions before we sign off for the evening? Well then, this is Gare Games, and we'll see you next time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Here we go. When will my boss be done? Okay, so boss fights. I want to complete a kind of a simple tutorial level. Something where you start out fighting like one or two guys. They're just like already on the screen. Then I'm going to have like a spawner, maybe 5 guys come out. And then I have 2 from the top and the bottom, and then from the right and the left. And then I want to make that kind of segment of the tutorial end with a boss fight. And so I think it would be worth putting a date out there for the first boss fight. And I mean like a real boss fight, not just like something that sits there and goes like this and doesn't really attack you. I want something that's going to attack you. It might be stationary. I think it should be stationary. So why not? Why not? This Friday, so next week Friday, we'll have the first full tutorial. So it'll be like a kind of a simple level. It'll be the outline for a tutorial with first boss fight. And we'll keep doing that, having little book, or what do we call it, milestones for the weeks. This is it. Once I get the tutorial done, then I can actually make the first real full episode. And then once that full episode's done, I can make the second and the third and the fourth, and then we can call this one a full production game ready to go. All right. Well then, if there are any other questions, you got a few moments before we're over. So what's in store for the next episode? Development log, and I will make an effort to get farther in Smash TV. I'm going to do it again just to show what's going on. I'm going to do more commentary, pause the game more, things like that, and actually document the commentary on paper. All right, so this is Gare Games. I'll see you next time, 3 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. This is Gare Games signing off.